It needs Subway Surfers. Well, we don't have Subway Surfers here, but what we do have is story time. This one is simply called PlayStation Suffer. Gaming is my passion. Nothing can beat it. But the only problem is I don't have a gaming console. Until now. Well, I just got a job at Sony a couple months ago as a graphic editor, game creator. And for job reasons, I just got given an PS triple for game testing. So I had ideas about creating games which I was relieved about. I couldn't explain how happy I was about it, so I was told to set it up. I was feeling better than before, but there was something weird going on. Every single word in the instruction leaflet was scribbled out, only left with the pictures, which thought was suspicious. But I just left it, because it was getting late, so I went to bed. Next morning I went out to get some games, since I didn't have any yet. So I went to a dodgy looking second-hand store with a sign saying, cheap second-hand games. Couldn't resist. So I strolled inside to see what there was. Believe it or not, the games looked brand new, with nothing wrong with them. But they were second-hand because they said that on the label, which I didn't understand. So I went and picked out 2 games and purchased them. Excuse me. But when I left, the man said to me in a sinister voice, saying, "Hope you don't die playing these games." I thought nothing of it, so I just left the store and headed home. 2 games I bought were Borderlands 2 and Red Dead Redemption. Since it was my day off, I tried out the games I bought. So I placed Borderlands 2 in the PS triple and started a new game. But something wasn't right here. Every single weapon I got from the chest was the rare orange class weapon which you hardly get. And there wasn't any enemies in the game either. Weird. I thought I would swap the discs over, because I thought it was just a minor bug that needed resting, so I put Red Dead Redemption in the PS triple. But that was worse. The home screen was bloody and red, and human organs were hanging everywhere. Then all of a sudden a death-defying scream came up at full blast in the background. Death-defying scream? And it was the scariest thing I had ever seen. You mean you heard? So I switched the disc over again to Borderlands 2. But it was worse than before. Every word in the game was scribbled out like the manual, and everything had blood and guts hanging from every place possible, and every enemy was immensely hard to kill. I had enough of this, so I took out the discs, snapped them into pieces, and burned them to ash. But when I got back, the manual of the console wasn't there. I left, so I looked inside. Nothing was scribbled anymore but the sentence, "You will suffer," repeated throughout the whole booklet, saying nothing else but that line. But also switched off the TV was the same sentence, "You will suffer," but with blood splattered all over the TV screen. Real blood all over the screen. I thought it couldn't get any worse, but then a picture popped up on the TV screen. It was the scariest picture I'd ever seen. I couldn't take it. Wait, he's not going to say what the picture is? I couldn't take it any longer, so I picked up the PS triple. the Chuck did at the TV. The TV sparked out, but still had the message on it. So I just collected my stuff and left the house. But as soon as I got out the door, someone was standing there with a gun to my head, and he pulled the trigger and bang! My life was over. Wow. There was just a dude there, and he's dead.